Alrighty, today is a lifting day again. Superset 1 is barbell back squats. So if you are at a gym, get a barbell, preferably at a rack, right? You're gonna squat down, come up, you have 8 reps. I'm gonna use dumbbells. You can also use a kettlebell for front squat. And we're gonna follow that up with banded pop squats. So you're gonna need bands, looks like this. All right. Band. If you have the plastic ones, I'll just tell you where you could place those. If you have fabric, they get placed up here. Plastic gets placed around your ankle, okay? And then lying leg raises. So let's get to it. Superset 1. You can even wear this when you're doing it. If you have lighter weight and you want to go a little more resistance, you can even put this on while you're lifting weight. So we might as well, since we're going to use it. You just get a little more resistance. So fabrics go up here, okay? And if you have plastic for your back squat, you can put it up here too. So it's like mid-thigh. You don't want it too close to your knee to, buckle you in. So you kind of want it mid-thigh. And it's gonna make this lift a lot heavier. So like I said, if you're at the gym, back squat here, otherwise I'm gonna rack it here. You have a kettlebell, you're gonna do a goblet squat with your kettlebell, you're gonna hold it like this, okay? So I'm gonna do it this way. Different ways to do it. Now when we're squatting, you don't want your knees to buckle. You wanna keep them out nice and strong. So if this is too hard for you, take the band off. Let's do 8 reps. Down, pushing through your feet. You wanna be light on your toes. I like to just push through the back of my feet, even through my heels, because in that way I know I'm not on my toes. If you're pushing off your toes, you can really hurt your knees. All right, I've done 3. I'm gonna show you a side view. We're doing 8. Chest up, hips back, 4, and I'm keeping my toes up to remind myself not to go on. 2 more. 8, okay. Really keeping that core tight. All right, we're supersetting this with banded pop squats. If you have plastic ones, you're gonna put them down by your ankles, okay? But I have a fabric one. Hands in prayer. We're gonna do 10 reps. All right, so you're squatting and you're coming up. If you need to step out to do it because you can't jump, that's fine too. All right, 10. Again, my hips are back, my chest is up. Keep your hands here, so you're just focusing on your legs. Woo, you can feel that booty burn. And 10. Good job. Supersetting that with leg raises. You can keep it on if you want, since you have to do 2 more rounds. You're gonna lie flat on your back. Oh, sorry, I have a couple back there. And you're just gonna go up and down. Core tight. 10 reps. Exhale as you come up, inhale as you extend. 5, 6, 7, and 8. All right, you're gonna do 2 more rounds of that, and then we're moving on to superset 2. Good job. All right, superset 2. You also have an option, okay? So again, if you are at a gym, you want a barbell or those hip thrust machines, all right? You can use a bench or we can go on the ground. You can use your barbell is ideal, or kettlebells or dumbbells. I'll show you both variations with the kettlebell and the dumbbell. So first option is the actual glute bridge, where you use a bench. If you're at a gym, they might have a glute bridge. My apologies, hip thrust, where they have a hip thrust machine, or you can use a bench. All right. Again, for more resistance, you can use your band if you'd like. This superset, you're not gonna need your bands at all, but if you want more resistance, use that band. I'm gonna take it off for this one. Okay. If you had a barbell, your barbell would be draped here, okay? Pardon me. All right, your barbell would be here, and you would be pulling out and out, okay? I don't have that, so I'm gonna use my dumbbells. My shoulder blades are here. Now I see a lot of people, they come down here, and that's not right. My shoulder blades need to be on top, all right? My chin to chest, a little apple there, a little fist, and I'm not gonna lean back, all right? This stays where it's at. Look right in front of you. Notice I'm just moving the hips. I'm not moving the upper body at all. All right, now that we're all set up, keep that stance with your dumbbells here, just right below your pelvic bone. And out. Actually, I'm actually upper thigh. I bring it in and I go out. Notice, we're only gonna do 8. Notice that I am not moving the upper body. Foot position, you wanna make sure, I was too close there. This is too close. So come out a little bit. Toes are slightly pointed out. All right, that way you have good range of motion. Now I can get all the way up. I was a little bit too close there. This is much better form. All right, let's do 8. Now if I had a kettlebell, I would have it resting right here too. All right, arms go out. 8, 7, 6, really squeeze, and squeeze for a second. All right, hold it. 5, 4, keep that core tight, 2, 3, 2, last one. All right. Whew. Those are a good booty burner. All right, we're gonna superset that with skaters, I believe. All right. Oh, and let me show you, sorry, before we do that. If you don't have a bench and you want to do a glute bridge, so people want to know the difference between a hip thrust and a glute bridge. Hip thrust, you're up. Glute bridge, you're on the mat. So it would be the same footing. My knees are out, toes slightly pointed out. Placement is still the same, and I'm just coming from this position. I still have my head up, and I'm just bringing this up, okay? What we do see sometimes, which that's the correct form, sometimes we see people doing this. All right, we're not doing all that. We're keeping the top part of our body still and just lifting the hips. All right? So that's if you don't have a bench. You can do glute bridge. Otherwise, it's a hip thrust. All right, we're supersetting this with skaters. Now, what I want you to do with the skaters, if you're adding the hop, we're gonna start here, we're gonna push off, all right? So you're really pushing. You're gonna use all those leg muscles. We're not just skating around. We're putting all the weight on this leg, pushing it. I'm literally pushing off the ground. And if you're not gonna jump, you can still get that movement by balancing a little bit and coming over. Bringing that foot up and coming over. Really emphasizing strengthening those legs. All right, so we're gonna start here. We're doing 10 total. We're gonna push 10, 9, 8. Really push off. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Much better than just skating back and forth. Supersetting that with, I believe it's a beast. Yeah, we did a beast release earlier this week. Now we're doing a beast, which is the same thing as a beast release, but we're not releasing. All right, so we're doing a full push up. We're pushing up, hinging back. If that's too complicated, drop your knees. Remember, we don't immediately go into our knees. We start with a plank, position where we want to be, drop it. That way, you're still getting the full effect. Another good way, if you can't do a full push-up yet, is to bring it all the way down, all the way up. Much easier that way, but you're getting the motion of starting to strengthen your pec area and your shoulders. All right, those are different variations to start. Otherwise, join me for a full push-up with our beast. We've got 10. Elbows can go in too. Don't let them go out. Bring them in. That helps support and protect your shoulders. All right, let's do it. 10. 9. Woo! Keep that core tight. 4 more. 4. 3. 2. And last one. Good job. Whew. All right, superset 2 is done. You have 2 more rounds. 1, 2, 3. Do this 3 times. Moving on to superset 3. All right, moving on to superset 3, barbell RDLs, or dumbbell or kettlebell. Shoulders are down and back. Your legs are close. We're not way out here, okay? So, little hip or even closer than hip distance apart. Slight bend in your knee, all right? Shoulders down and back, core tight. We're gonna keep the dumbbells to our sides. I don't like when we go down, because again, when you pull out, that hurts your back. When you have light weight, it's not a big deal. When you have heavier weight, as you get stronger, it's a big deal. So you want to ride it down and up, okay? So we're gonna go till you feel a pull in your hamstring, and your top of your body goes here, all right? We're not going here. Keeping our back nice and strong, core tight, shoulders down and back. We have to do all of this to protect our back. As soon as you feel the hamstring, we pull up. It's usually about mid shin length. So I'm gonna hinge to about there. I feel a pull in my hamstring. See my nice flat back? I'm gonna come up and I'm gonna squeeze my glutes. I'm not gonna do that, all right? Because again, as you start lifting heavier weight, that starts to hurt your back. So when we see a lot of people do this, we're not gonna do that. We're gonna keep it strong. So we're gonna go down, we're gonna come up, and we're gonna squeeze the glutes and your core. Down, up, and squeeze. All right, I'm squeezing, I'm not hinging forward, okay? We've got 8. 1, keep that core tight. 2, feel the pull in your hamstrings. 3, don't let those shoulders roll forward, keep them back. 5, 6, you can even feel it all the way down your calf side, and 8, okay? Supersetting that with, I believe we're bringing our band back out. Banded clamshells. Now we're gonna do 20 reps, 10 on each leg. So we put our, if you have the fabric, it goes up here. If you have a plasticky one, you wanna put them around your ankles. All right. Actually, I take that back. Plasticky ones go up here too. It wouldn't work on your ankles. So either way, we're gonna put it mid-thigh. You can lean here. You can even lay all the way down, all right? I like to do it here. My hips are stacked, all right? My legs are stacked on top of each other. I'm gonna raise the back foot, the bottom foot, and then I'm gonna open it and close it, all right? If that's too hard, you can drop it and open it, close it here. You wanna keep your hand in front, all right, to support, and you want it this nice straight line. All right, so my feet are up. We're gonna do 10, 9, keep that core tight. 8, you're gonna feel it. 7, 6, 5, glutes. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Did you feel that? If the band is too heavy, too hard, you can do it without a band. In the beginning, you're just starting out, you don't need the band. You'll still feel it. Okay, feet are up. 10, and I'm leaning forward. Sometimes I'll see people leaning back, all right? You don't want to do this. We want to stack our hips, hands out in front. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, keep that core tight. 5, and keep your body still. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And I don't know if you noticed, my feet stayed connected. All right, I wasn't opening them up. They were opening up and down like a clam. All right, 10 and 10 on each side. Booty, booty, booty today, y'all. All right, and then we're supersetting that with in and outs. You can use your bench or the floor. I'm just gonna use the floor. All right, we have 10. I'm just gonna lean back, in and out. 10, 9, 8, belly button tucked in spine, and breathe. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. He knows that when we're done, we're gonna go for a, for a walk. And that's why he's bothering me, because as soon as I'm done, I'm taking him for a walk. Oh, okay, I'll be back. Superset 4 is next. Superset 4, sumo deadlift. This one can be done with a barbell or dumbbells or kettlebells, okay? So I preferably for this one, I do like barbells or dumbbells, not kettlebells, and I'll tell you why. If I had a really heavy dumbbell, I would prefer that more than anything. So say this thing is like 60 pounds. Try to find your heaviest dumbbell. You're gonna loop it like this. We're very strong on our lower body, so don't underestimate yourself. This is way too light. But say this was like, I think I can even push like 70, all right? I'm gonna grip it like this, all right? My legs are wide, shoulders are down and back, legs are wide, toes are pointed out. We're gonna come down, and then we're gonna come up and we're gonna squeeze, all right? This is my favorite lower body lift. All right, I'm gonna show you side view, shoulders down and back. We're gonna come down, and we're gonna come up. My toes are free. I'm pushing through my heels, squeezing my inner thighs and my glutes. This is a great workout for those inner thighs, as well as your glutes and your quads. All right? The reason why I don't like to do the kettlebell is because, I'll show you, you want to be as deep down in your squat as you can get, and it stops me there. And as I get stronger and more flexible, I'm able to go lower than my kettlebell, all right? So that's why I like to use the dumbbell instead. If you're using a barbell, you're gonna be right on top of it. Very, very hard on your back if you're lifting it out here. Because like I said, if all the weight's out there, where do you think you're gonna start hurting and feeling the pressure? So, shoulders down and back. I like to grip it this way, the bar, okay? Or you can do it this way, whatever works for you. I'm right on top of the bar. I sit down, I pick it up, and I come up and I squeeze. We're not hinging forward, okay? We're down, we squeeze it all. And I always tell them, squeeze those inner thighs, your core, your quads. And you let the bar and those plates hit the ground. All right, you don't want to wail over it. Doing this, then you're carrying a lot of weight. So if you have barbells, sit it to the ground, let it hit. Then come up, sit it to the ground, let it hit. That way you're not holding that weight. You're gonna F up your back. All right, so we're I'm gonna use 2 dumbbells since it's so light. But like I said, my favorite way of doing these is with 1 fat ass dumbbell. But I'll loop these so it's at least a little bit bigger. All right, and it's okay if you let it go down a little bit too, okay? Because they're heavy. All right, I'll loop me together. We have 8. Down and up. So you try to get deep in that squat, as deep as you're able to. Deeper the better. All right, 3. Squeeze everything. 4. Also, keep that core engaged. Nice and tight. You're working your abs when you get this deep. It's 5. Don't let the knees buckle forward. Keep them out. 6. My favorite. And last one. It is just, for me, the best exercise. Especially when we're looking for that inner thigh work. It's just a great exercise for your legs and your glutes and your quads. It's just my favorite. All right, supersetting these with banded frog pumps. Regardless if you have plastic or fabric, they go behind your knees. I guess all these workouts today, you didn't have to worry about the position. Some of them you do. So mid-thigh. Again, for this one, band is optional, because I'll show you why. You're gonna go into a butterfly position. If your legs are not strong enough or your band is too tight, your butterfly is gonna look like this. You wanna bring your legs out. Your heels are gonna touch, all right? You're gonna lean back. Try to keep your heels as close to your butt as you can, all right? Put those elbows in. Your hands are here, chin to chest, and you're gonna pump. So we're not going up and down like we did in our hip thrust. We're pumping. And we're gonna do, I think it's a 10, we're gonna do 20 of these because we're gonna do them rapid. Ready? Go. 1, 2, just like that. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. If you slip and bring it back, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Give that last one a squeeze and down. All right, working more of your glute as well as your core. So keep that belly button tucked in. You're gonna get some core work out of that. A little double bang for your buck. High plank, shoulder taps are your last one. If standing this way is too hard, try to do a couple, keeping your hips square, all right? Otherwise, start here, down here, all right? Try not to let your body bounce. Go side to side too much. Really try to stable and keep those hips square. We only have 10, so it's 5 each arm. Remember, right? Your shoulder right above your wrists. You don't want to be way over here. Okay, so we got 10, 2, 3. Keep that core tight. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And that'll do it. Good job, everybody. 3 rounds of each. Give yourself that minute to 2 to rest in between. And that's it for you. So you've done all 3 lifts. Next week, we'll do 3 lifting days, the same ones we did. Like I said, I'm gonna work on a chart this weekend. That way you can write down the weight that you lifted and then try to increase your weight each time if possible. Sometimes you're not going to be able to. That doesn't mean anything. It just means you're not ready. It doesn't mean that you're not strong. There's times where I've been doing the same weight and I'm like, I should be able to move up, and I don't. And then one day I can. So let your body tell you when it's time. You can push it if it's too easy. Like if we do our 8 reps and you didn't even, then add it, right? When you're struggling to do those 8, that's when you know. It's if you get like 6 reps in, 6 to 8 reps is a good range to be. If you can go over 8 reps like it's nothing, then you need to add the weight. If you can barely get 6 in, then you're either at the right spot or you need to go down a little bit. All right, so your range is between 6 and 8. On your last superset, and you've only got 6, but you did 8 the whole time, that's okay. You're just getting fatigued. All right, but if you can go more than 10, then you need to up your weight. Hope that makes sense. Have a fabulous day. See you on the next one. Goodbye.